The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider.
That's gonna be how we start it. That's gonna be the intro right there. Right there.
That's horrible. So, yeah. My dad, he was like this really big drug dealer from the Dominican Republic, and my mom was his like number one buyer. So like they had this deal going on where he wanted to become a citizen. So as a result of that, it was me. My dad, he got deported 3 days before I was born because he got caught in a bust. And then my mom, she kept me for 8 days after that and then gave me away to the Department of Children's and Family and Services. So I ended up getting into foster care. And I was always bouncing around from house to house. So I got in that home, and then I ended up getting raped for the first time by my brother when I was 3. And then I never told anybody because, like, who do you tell? So then it happened again when I was 5, and it was so bad my hips broke. So in result of that, like, that family, they adopted me. So, like, the abuse, it never stopped. It was sexually and, like, mentally and all that. So when I was 13, like, I used to tell my foster mom, like, I just want to meet who my mom is, like, why am I here? And then she just always, like, downput me, like, oh, you'll never meet her, she hates you, da-da-da-da. So I started running away when I was 13 years old, like, in hopes of finding my mom. And I ended up getting into human trafficking. The police, like, whenever I ran away, like, the police would always take me back. And then even when I went to school, like, I would have black eyes and bust lips from this foster mom or from my foster brother. It wasn't until I was 16 where I got, like, fed up and I was like, enough is enough. Like, I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. So I ended up running away. And then I ended up getting back into human trafficking. And then at that time, like, the pimp that turned me out, he found out that I was a minor, so he ended up selling me, I think it was like for $10,000 to another pimp. And that pimp, he just wanted to see like who he had on his team or whatever, so he had me set up and I was raped, and as a result of that, I have Xavier. But it wasn't always like, I never always had love for Xavier. Like, my whole 9 months of pregnancy, like, I tried to commit suicide. I've tried to kill him. Like, I hated him. Like, life was horrible the whole time I was pregnant with him. So I ended up trying to get him adopted out. And then the day I had him, like, I fell in love with him. I was like, I have to take him. And then even like my whole 9 months, like, I was still forced to work. After I had him, I was still forced to work, so I never got like that bonding moment with him like how I wanted to. I had turned 18 and the pimp had sent me out of town to Oakland, and I ended up getting arrested out there due to a sting. And he left me out there by myself, and he gave Xavier to like one of my foster sisters. She was good. Like, she helped me like get back to Fresno and get Xavier and stuff. And then I stayed with her for a while, and I just was trying to like find myself, I guess. So I ended up actually coming out here to LA for like 6 months, and I was like pursuing like modeling and stuff. It just got bad because like my photographer and like who was supposed to be like my agent, I guess, found out like that I was in human trafficking. So they're like, well, if you're not gonna have sex with us, we're not gonna sign you. So after that, I was like, I'm good, like, I'm not modeling. And then after that, like, I went back to Fresno, and I just got into like a relationship. He forced me on drugs because he did drugs. It was just weird, like, he would make me have sex with his friends. And the one day, like, I tried to stand up for myself. He beat me so bad I was pronounced dead for 10 minutes. And that was on Father's Day. I was just always so scared to run to the churches just because, like, the foster mom who adopted me was the most hypocritical person. She goes to church, involved in church. So, like, I always was scared to run to church. So, like, I always looked to people. So then I went to another friend and I was like, I'm just done. Like, I just need to restart life. Like, I just don't know what to do. I ended up meeting Jordan's dad in pursuit of that. And it's like the relationship started off, like, good. Like, he told me everything that I wanted to hear. It was like mentally abusive and verbally abusive. And then he ended up finding out that I was pregnant by him. And then he made me go back to human trafficking. It was a sting. So he got arrested, Xavier got detained, and then I got sent to the Dream Center. And I went through the human trafficking program there. And then once I graduated there, my friends were like, hey, go to Insideout with us. And I was like, no, that's a movie. Like, so I started coming here, yeah. I mean, I feel like once Xavier got detained, like, it just felt like my soul was ripped out, kind of. So, like, at that point, I was like, all right, like, I don't talk to you, bro, but, like, we need to see eye to eye. And, like, that's weird to say, but, like, that's just how, like, my faith started. Like, if you're real, like, show me that you're real. So I ended up going to, like, our church servers. And then, like, the pastor was talking about how, like, you just go through all these battles, but, like, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So, I don't know, I guess that's when I started giving it all, like, giving it my all. I feel like before I, like, accepted God in my life, like, I didn't have boundaries. And I feel like, not to blame myself or blame other people, but, like, I just feel like a lot of the stuff that happened in my life wouldn't have happened if I did have boundaries. And I don't know, I feel like I'm more patient with people. Like, oh, they work my nerves, but, like, I'm still, like, I'm learning patience and stuff. People might get tired of hearing this, because I know I was tired of hearing it, but, like, when everybody, like, just pray about it, like, as annoying as that sounds in that moment, like, praying about it does work. Or, like, going to your Bible, even though you just open up the book and just start reading it, like, it does help. And then if they know the difference between, like, a negative person and a positive person, or a bad fruit and a good fruit, like, if they know the difference between those, like, definitely, like, put that into play. I feel like before I met Jesus, like, I didn't know what a nice person was. So, like, my first encounter with somebody nice, I'm like, okay, so what do you want? Like, I don't know how to accept this. I'm not willing to accept this. Like, what do you want? I feel like now, like, God is showing me, like, this is how real men act, or this is how real women act. Like, accept it. Because when I leave, like, from where I'm at, like, I know, like, what's healthy and what's unhealthy.